There are lots of mysteries surrounding the date of Halloween, but I thought I might do a ghost story, like I did last year. Well, actually last year I did 3 stories with ghosts and curses, so how to top that with only one this year? What if I talked about the real story behind one of the most well-known ghost movies of all time? This is the series where I tell you a story, its subsequent theories and explanations, and then I'll let you make up your mind. This year for Halloween, I thought I'd do a real story behind a book that became one of the most famous ghost movies of ever and started a genre all of its own, the Amityville Horror. The house at Ocean Avenue 112 had been standing empty for 13 months when it was bought by George and Kathy Lutz for a mere $80,000. The Lutz family included 3 children, Daniel 9, Christopher 7, and Melissa or Missy 5. In December 1975 they moved into the 3-story colonial house situated in Amityville, Long Island, New York, in full knowledge of the horrific events that happened there just over a year prior. In case you don't know, Robert DeFeo Jr. had killed 6 members of his family on the 14th of November 1974. He was convicted of second-degree murder a year after. I hope no one was murdered in this house. It would explain a lot though. Just in case, the Lutz family had Father Ray Pecoraro bless the house. Allegedly, Father Pecoraro was slapped by an unseen hand, while disembodied voices said,
"Get out!"
The priest also came down with flu-like symptoms and his hand began to bleed. If a disembodied voice shouts, "Get out," you may want to listen. At 13:15 in the morning, the estimated time of the Feo killings, George Lutz would wake up and check out the boathouse every day. They would be plagued by swarms of flies in the winter weather. His wife Kathy had vivid nightmares about the murders and the sensation of being embraced. A small hidden room, later named the Red Room for its red walls, was discovered. Their dog would not come near it. Unexplainable cold spots and odors of perfume and excrement existed in the house. I would get out by that point, but
I guess it gets worse.
both adults saw a demon-like face in the fireplace, burned in the soot at the back. Missy, the 5-year-old daughter, had an imaginary friend, a demon pig-like creature with red glowing eyes called Jody. Both George and Kathy claimed to have seen the big demon. Sounds of slamming doors and marching band music were heard. A cloven hoof print was found, and at one point George found bite marks on his ankle after tripping over a china lion ornament. The lion would reappear in the living room later, despite having been moved to the sewing room upstairs. Okay, if they weren't scared before, how about now? They decided eventually that there was something wrong with the house. You think? And did a blessing of their own. George held up a silver crucifix while they recited the Lord's Prayer. Disembodied voices allegedly asked them,
"Will you stop?"
Mid-January, the Lutzes took some belongings with them and stayed at Kathy's mother's house, where allegedly the phenomena followed them as a greenish-black slime on the staircase. George and Kathy Lutz, with their 3 children and their dog Harry, left 112 Ocean Avenue definitely on the 14th of January 1976, after only 28 days. A mover was sent to pick up their stuff. He reported no paranormal activity in the house. It's still creepy. Reporter Laura Didio assembled a group of psychic investigators. Apart from one photograph showing what appears to be a little boy peering from one of the rooms, nothing out of the ordinary happened. Although Lorraine Warren, of the infamous Ed and Lorraine Warren research duo, describes an overwhelming feeling of horrible depression in the house. I usually feel depressed at work. Oh. Could the murders the year before be attributed to the demonic entity? DeFeo had entered a not guilty plea claiming the voices that night had told him to kill. Moreover, in 1977 a medium visited the house claiming that an evil spirit of Indian chief was on the warpath because the house was built on a sacred Indian burial ground. But no evidence of Indian burial grounds have been found in the area, and the nearest Indian settlement of Shinnecock origin is 112 kilometers or 70 miles away. They always blame it on the Indians, don't they? According to skeptics, George Lutz's business was failing and he needed a break. A meeting was arranged with William Weber and the story was concocted. It served both men's interests, as Lutz would gain money and Weber would have a new defense.
Demons.
However, allegedly Weber never believed George Lutz, and the latter did not want to share the profits with DeFeo. George ended up agreeing to a book project with author Jay Anson, and the rest is history. A story for financial gain? George Lutz claims he didn't make any of it up, though he does say the movie is embellished a bit. Skeptics disagree. They say it's unproven at best, but think it's rather a hoax than anything else. It is a well-known fact that Hollywood embellishes and romanticizes the truth in movies, even when based on real facts. So what is left is whether we believe the Lutz's story. And here I say, you decide! If I have left something out, or you have something to add, don't hesitate to do so. Your thoughts and opinions are much appreciated. So drop a line in the box below, but be respectful in the comments, because there are real people with real feelings on the other side. If you enjoyed this vid, you can always like and share, and if you haven't already and want to see more, you can always subscribe, and you may want to click the little bell to receive notifications. I have my Raphael Verdonk's World channel you might want to check out, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.